Welcome back everybody, and thanks for joining me as we do a little history on the Westland Lysander to celebrate the release of Airfix's brand new 1:48 scale Westland Lysander Mark 1 and Mark 3. And there she is. I can't wait to do the unboxing of this, but first we've got to do the little history documentary, so I'm hoping you're going to enjoy that. If you're first time viewing, please think about hitting that subscribe button. It really does encourage me to make more content and get stuff out there, even on the live streams that we do all week and all weekend long. It does give me a hell of an encouragement and also helps to promote the videos. A big thank you as well to my subscribers and members, especially the members. They keep me going with the pennies for the streaming platform that we use. Special mention to Scott, Paul, Adam K, Peter, Adam R, Mr. C, and of course James B. Thank you all. Anyway, let's get going. Comments, by the way, most welcome after the video. Don't forget, thumbs up, subscribe. Thank you so much. The Lysander, named after the 4th century BC Greek military commander famous for defeating the Athenian fleet at the Battle of Aegospotami, which in turn caused the Athenians to capitulate. Designed and manufactured by Westland, it wasn't meant to win beauty pageants. The high wings were reminiscent of World War I designs, almost as if the Red Baron himself had shot off the lower wings. Couple that with the oversized wheel spats, huge wing supports, slow speed and easily spotted, the Luftwaffe picked some 90 of these ugly ducklings off in just a few weeks over France in 1940. Early in the war, every role it was given, it quite happily failed at miserably. As a spotter plane, it was too easily spotted. As a light bomber, it rarely made it to its target before getting shot down. But, and here's the rub, there was one thing it was very, very good at. What's that then, I hear you say? Getting shot down really easily? No indeed. It could do something that no other Allied aircraft could do or even come close to doing. It needed just 250 metres for a takeoff to 50 feet. And it needed just 320 metres for a landing from an altitude of 50 feet. This meant the Lysander could take off and land on makeshift tiny airfields that no other aircraft could. Ideal for supply drops in remote places and injecting spies and saboteurs into the Third Reich's tender parts. When the British Air Ministry called for an Army cooperation aircraft under specification 3934 to assist with reconnaissance, message dropping and light bombing, the Westland Aircraft Works set to with designing an aircraft that would fit the bill. Under the stewardship of William Teddy Petter and chief designer Arthur Davenport, Petter set about interviewing pilots and ground crew of the soon-to-be-retired Hawker Hector on the most important aspects of a new Army cooperation aircraft. Based on this information, he placed pilot visibility and the ability to take off and land in small spaces and ease of ground maintenance as the prime requirements. And so it was, in early 1935, Westland's design was handed over to the Air Ministry. At first, they were reluctant to award the contract to Westland due to Petty's inexperience. Eventually, the Air Ministry were won over, with no small part being played by the innovations that Petty had included in the design, namely fully automated wing slats and slotted flaps, coupled with a variable incident tailplane to give the aircraft incredible slow flight abilities, allowing it to land on improvised airstrips at just 65 miles per hour. Very soon, the Lysander, or as the pilots called them, Lizzies, would come face to face with the Luftwaffe over the fields of France. The Luftwaffe soon discovered that the Lizzies were slow, underarmed, and sitting ducks for Hermann Goering's Bf-109s, even when escorted by Mark I Hawker Hurricanes. By June 1940, 118 of the 175 Lysanders flown in France had either been shot down or destroyed on the ground. Air Marshal Arthur Barrett was of the opinion that the Lysander was totally unsuited for its intended role. The Lysander's days were numbered. The remaining Lizzies were relegated to life draft delivery to down pilots and target towing duties. For the time being, reconnaissance roles would be carried out by the much faster and far superior armed P-51 Mustang and P-40 Tomahawk. Artillery spotting would be carried out by the newer Auster light aircraft. I hope I said that correctly. It looked like the Lysander was about to be added to a long list of aeronautical failures, but against all odds, it was about to be given a new lease of life. This time, not as a bit player in a second-rate war movie, more a headlining star in a Cubby Broccoli James Bond movie. And so it was. The remaining Lizzies were shipped off to number 138 and 161 Squadron. They're about to become very real 007s for the SOE. Yes, the Special Operations Executive. The SOE already had in its arsenal of weird, wonderful aircraft Halifaxes, Hudsons and Whitleys for parachute and supply drops. Adding to this odd job lineup, the Lysander would use its amazing short takeoff and landing ability to go deep behind enemy lines, picking up down pilots, dropping off and picking up SOE operatives and delivering much needed supplies. Lizzies went through a number of modifications for use with the SOE. The SOE Lysanders were originally painted all black, as the vast majority of missions took place at night. However, in certain moonlit conditions, it made them stand out like a giraffe at a midget convention. Benches were also placed inside, making more room for passengers, and a fixed exterior ladder so downed aircrew and SOE operatives could get on board quickly. Amazingly, in its new role, only one of the Lizzies attached to the SOE was shot down, and a few damaged whilst landing in fog. One Lysander was, unfortunately, captured by the Germans, after her pilot failed to destroy the aircraft after a forced landing. All was not lost, however. As if straight out of a Blackadder episode, the truck carrying the Lysander back to the German airfield was hit by a train, wrecking both the truck and the aircraft. The Lysander, an aircraft which, in 1940, had been almost completely, laughably useless, by the end of 1942 had gained legendary, almost mythical status. In service with the Special Operations Executive, the Lizzies dropped off 101 SOE operatives behind enemy lines and rescued 128 downed aircrew. This little history is dedicated, as always, to all those who fought so bravely to give us the freedoms we enjoy today. I truly hope you've enjoyed this video. The full unboxing and review of Airfix's wonderful 1:48 scale Lysander is coming soon. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, ring the bell for notifications, and click the thumbs up. Thanks for watching, everyone.